Remember all those jokes and memes about how old the Lakers were and, are they putting together the 2013 All-Star team? Guess what? They were right. This team is old, and this is a big problem. You can kill Russ. You can kill AD. You can kill THT. Bottom line is they're old. And when you're old, you have trouble maintaining a high level of play throughout an entire game. And that's why you see so many ebbs and flows with the Lakers. All right, sometimes they look great during a game, and other times, 12 minutes later, they look horrible. They have blown more double-digit leads in losses than any other team in the NBA. And that is directly related to the age. So that's a problem. All right, but it is what it is. You're old, and this is your roster. So barring some huge trade that probably isn't coming, here's a few suggestions for the Lakers, Nick. One, slow it down. I said this the other day, but they're playing at the fastest pace in the league. And I know, Wiles, you think old fogies should play at a breakneck speed, but I don't. All right. They can't keep up with these young teams. All right. And furthermore, LeBron James has always played slow. He's never won a championship with a team playing in the top 10 in pace. Think back to Golden State when he beat them in Cleveland. How'd they do it? They slowed it down. When Kyrie and Love were hurt in the 2015 finals, how'd LeBron keep them close? They slowed it down.
That was caveman
and that's what they need to do. That's one reason. I'm not saying go that slow. I hear you. But I'm just saying don't try to be the fastest team in the league because you can't. LeBron is playing phenomenal. But one reason his numbers are so high is because they have more possessions because their pace is faster and he's shooting more threes. So that's the first thing. Secondly, and here's this one's scary, but they gotta try to, get Russ out of there down the stretch. And I'm not saying every game,
there you go.
And you certainly don't go, you certainly don't go to the podium and announce it. All right. But just, maybe you got another team that's playing well without Russ, with Russ on the bench, another lineup, and you don't bring him in automatically with 7 minutes to go. You just leave him on the bench and surround LeBron at the end of the game with some shooters. Melo, Malik Monk, Stanley Johnson's a defender, so you throw him in there. Avery Bradley. And see how it goes. Maybe it doesn't work, but take a try because Russ, with his poor decision-making, his turnovers, his lack of shooting, and now missing layups at the rim, you got to try something else. And those are my suggestions.
Can I jump in there? Yeah, because Broussard's going big picture. He's going macro. I want to go micro about last night because the Grizzlies are, the type of team the Lakers are going to have to beat in the playoffs. They're the type of team the Lakers are chasing in the standings. And I understand they don't have Anthony Davis. But last night was a winnable game. And I don't know if it's fair to say this year I've been a Russell Westbrook defender, but I certainly have not crushed him at the level he's been crushed on other shows or in other media circles. But last night was an utter and total abomination from him late. Let's just set the scene here. 6 minutes left, Lakers down 1, Ja Morant at the free throw line, and here's Russ trying to do something good. Hey, Carl's Jr., and instead, Stanley Johnson's got that rebound, buddy, but he's crashing in, and he knocks it away from his own teammate. Ja Morant, bang. Okay, Russ, can you make up for it the next time down? By the way, Carl's Jr., I'm a Hardy's guy personally, but very good. Now, the very next possession.
True.
Russ. Oh, no. That's a missed layup. Can we see the next Russ possession? These are 3 possessions in sequence as a 1-point game turns into quickly on the next time down a 7-point game. And then a couple minutes later, Wilds, LeBron cans an impossible 3 because he's playing brilliantly. He's got Ja in his grill. LeBron, I'll just pull up from there. Bang. Next time down, LeBron gets the defensive stop. We can show it to you. Oh, it was 6. Now it's 3. LeBron gets a swipe down block. Russ. Go, Russ. We don't. Show us what Russ does with the ball here, please. Go, Russ. Go. Okay, no one's going to stop you. You've got to be kidding me. I mean, what are we doing?
Wasn't
The
great.
Wilds. I saw someone
Wasn't
on
great.
Twitter posit 2 days ago. Does Russ have a basketball version of the yips? And I had never even thought of that. And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's a layup in transition to cut it to one.
Well,
he missed a layup a few possessions prior. That's why they lost last night.
All right, so I want to dig into that.
Is the fact that Russ has lost a step leading to some indecision at the rim?
It's a great question, Wilds, and it's not that noticeable. All right, he still is playing with high energy. He still looks athletic out there. And I'm going to defend his Christmas Day miss. All right, and look, he should have made it, but he had to go around Nick Claxton, if we could show that again. He had to go around Nick Claxton to get ready for that. It wasn't highly contested, but it still wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like he was wide open and just got hung up on the rim.
Well, he tried
You know, here it is. Like, he had to kind of maneuver around Claxton, another defender's coming. So I don't think that was as bad as everybody's made it out to be. I'll just say that. But you have a good point, Wilds, because when your athleticism leaves you just a little bit, now you have to be a little more concerned about the defenders. Now you're a little more concerned about getting your shot blocked. Now you're thinking about playing faster because whereas you used to not even think about it because it was just there. Now you do have to think about it. And we all know when Russell Westbrook loses his athleticism, it's over. It's over. He's not a jump shooter. He's not a great decision maker, very smart, B-ball IQ guy.
Yeah.
Yes, when he loses his explosion, it's over. I don't think he's there yet, but you have a good point that if he's just lost a smidge, it could be impacting him.
And Wilds, I love your comp, even though that was obviously a fake story that never actually happened. Jason Momoa and you do not shop at the same stores. You don't run in the same circles. Okay. Was my inventor friend Ryan there?
Look at
I'm
that
just curious.
tie.
All right, Wilds is adamant that the story.
100% true.
Wilds is adamant the story's true. All right, America, I apologize.
100%.
Wilds adamant the story's true. But the reason I like the comp, even if I don't believe it, is the worst part. I showed you those Russ highlights or lowlights, but the worst part was just throughout the game, Ja beating him at the point of attack with the greatest of ease you could possibly imagine. And that's been a concern for the Lakers all year. Here's the other concern. And this is why, your alert level should be, at a strong orange. As great as LeBron is, and happy birthday, Tiger Woods, happy birthday, LeBron. What are the odds the two greatest American athletes of all time have the same birthday? But that's neither here nor there.
Wow.
LeBron's not going to be able to keep this up. Can we see the last 6 games? Because the Lakers are a rousing 1-5 in the last 6. Oh, look! Most points per game by someone 35-plus ever. Now you might be like, Michael Jordan is a wizard? I thought those years didn't count. No, they only count when they help him, not when they hurt him. We don't talk about them missing the playoffs. What about just overall play?
He was balling.
How's LeBron doing in that regard? Oh, wait, look at that. 30, 10, 5, 1.5, 1.5. It's Kareem, Akeem, LeBron 4 years ago, and LeBron now. They're 1-5 in these 6 games. So LeBron is playing as well as he's played all year, as well as someone his age has ever played in the history of the sport. The other big takeaway there is Kareem was 32 in 1980. What? How long did that man play for? That's neither here nor there. Wilds, look, they're 1-5. LeBron's playing best basketball he's played in his entire Lakers run, aside from the playoffs when they won the championship. They're 1-5. It's a problem. It's a big problem. He's playing that well and they're losing these games.
It's interesting you brought up Jordan because Jordan with the Wizards could put up numbers but couldn't impact winning like he used to. Same with LeBron. Putting up great numbers, can't impact winning the way he used to. It's called age.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.